Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Jason is off tonight. The search for missing three-year-old Elijah Vu continues. Today, police say the DNR and Manitowoc dive teams helped search Lake Michigan shoreline and the West Twin River. Meanwhile, volunteers from all over the region came out to help look for him earlier today. Now, an Amber Alert was issued for Elijah in Two Rivers on February 20th. The FBI says he weighs between 45 and 50 pounds, has brown hair and brown eyes. This video shows pictures of surveillance video of Elijah and his caretaker, Jesse Vang, just 4 days before his disappearance. Coming to us from Ross Auto Service in Two Rivers. Vang and Elijah's mother, Katrina Bauer, are both currently in jail on child neglect charges. In this First Alert update, Emily Riley followed along with a search party this afternoon and has more.
Several groups set out to look for Elijah today, many of them saying they hope to find answers for his family. Following the report of his disappearance, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have initiated search efforts. Meanwhile, hundreds of volunteers are combing the area in a desperate search to find him.
Being a parent, I think if my child was out there, I would want anybody and everybody out there looking for them. And I got to tell you, it's overwhelming, and it broke my heart because you don't realize how hard it is until you actually get out there.
Action 2 News tagged along with a group of people searching the area off of Highway 43 near Manitowoc Saturday afternoon. They say they're hoping to find clues and would continue to keep searching until the sun sets.
You go and you look and you're like, okay, let's look in there, and you get that hope, and then you just get disappointed.
Many of those searching say they see their own children or grandchildren in Elijah and feel the need to do anything they can to help.
It's really sad. We've got a grandson that's, 2 years old, so we can't imagine what the family must be going through. So if there's anything we can do to help.
In a statement released Saturday evening, police are reminding people helping with the search to be considerate of people's private property. We'll bring you any new updates as we receive them. Reporting in Manitowoc, Emily Riley, Action 2 News.